weeks ago, I believe, 2 weeks ago, when Absa first ended up dropping the concept of death, fully committed to the Absa swap, just went straight on in on that and said, all right, I was already a solid player, but what if I just change each and every single moment to fully encompass this goat? And I gotta say, seems like it's been working out.
Nice, nice. That's really cool to see as well, especially like a new character to this game, rather, as well as just like a very difficult one on top of that. Right, it's just super, just like intimidating, I guess the right word, to just sort of get into them like that. But so cool to just see Concept of Death just like grasping the Absa and just like getting them here to this point in the tournament.
Yeah, definitely a fun position to be in, especially as the opponent, right? You have to think to yourself, all right, I like playing this character. I know all the things I can do with this character. How much does my opponent know? How much does Triforce know at dealing with Absa? All we do know for now is that Triforce doesn't seem to want to engage with the Absa's mind games as far as rock, paper, scissors is involved, but we'll have to see how the stages go through.
Yeah, definitely will. I mean, looking at this matchup, right, it's definitely gonna be an interesting one. Absa definitely a character, like you were pointing out, has a lot of tricky just movement and a lot of things to go for. Just curious to see just again how much people know this character. Again, 1 month old, may think you know her really well, but like they're still constantly evolving, right? So I think it's always a factor of playing against these sort of brand new characters.
Yeah, it's just a matter of constant evolution back and forth between not just the characters, but also the players here. And right now, it seems that Concept of Death is just continuing to try to get Triforce above them and saying, hey, you know what? As long as I can put you in the air, I can get all these aerials out, I can get all these tilts out, and I can just get all this damage going. But right now, Triforce says, I don't care. I'm just going to hit you, and you're light as hell. We're looking for that kill early.
Yeah. You can tell they're going to be strong attacks right there, and all these are sort of tech scenarios. Yeah, Forsburn's one of those characters too that just like has a pretty strong, just basic presence and neutral things like the tower, or strong down tilt, good couch cancel that forward tilt. I've heard that's like a really big weakness Absa has right now. A lot of her stuff is couch cancelable.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that a lot of her combo starters are very crouch cancelable, but there's actually a lot of different ways that Absa can play to completely demolish crouch canceling, right? For example, the Nair is so unbelievably good with it because if you end up falling downwards with the Nair, it all counts as a drag down in a way that counts as a spike. So, as we know, floor hugging against spikes, not particularly good. In the meantime, that was a particularly good string.
Yeah, you already can tell because Concept of Depth is very knowledgeable. Their strings are going for a Triforce stuff. Try to play a more simple and neutral game, not really trying to let Concept of Depth really get much going right here. 3 down strong in a row is crazy. By the way, as we're still continuing this offstage scenario, back air predicting the up B move perfectly right there. Okay, let's see a Triforce.
Yeah, and Triforce right there, going to show off the name exactly. 3 down strongs in a row, 1 big up strong, and the super clone comes in, but not coming in clutch. Instead, immediately going to get parried and taken away there. Concept of Death right now just trying to figure out how to actually get this stock back. The damage itself is very easy for Absa to pull out, but the kills, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like too. What I know about Triforce is like these lead scenarios are getting like really overly aggressive a little bit in their plays, kind of letting Concept of Death sort of get these sort of parries and find their openings like that. But you're playing on the lead like this, especially, it's super important to sort of be cognizant and just like, okay, I'm gonna let them come to me sometimes. I don't really gotta be this proactive. But then again, and I'm saying that it's kind of working out for them. Again, a little bit extra credit here.
Yeah, a little bit of extra credit here and there, 54% and counting. And remember, Absa extremely light. That down strong going to hit extremely heavy though. It's so difficult to DI, so difficult to understand which side of it you're going to be coming out on, especially with the reverse hits involved. But in the meantime, Triforce and Concept of Death are just playing the waiting game. Who's going to get that one big hit? Triforce continuing to get a lot of them, but the final decisive one's a big question.
Yeah, Mr. Down strong. Doesn't even matter if I've been said down strong. I'm gonna do it again, baby. I feel it. Especially if they're not answering it. May as well keep doing it, bro. I feel that. I love that for Triforce taking this first game right here.
I mean, honestly, down strong is definitely not the answer. It's simply going to be a question throughout each and every moment of this set. The answer is going to be yes.
Go.
because this down strong has been so unbelievably good into the Absa. As far as the first game's involved, we did see a lot of down strong usage against Absa, but it was only after confirming into it with upcape. Upcape 1 into down strong was a very good tool against these lightweight floaties, but in this game, it seemed like Trifoce is just throwing it right out, and it's working out fine. Concept of Death, though, says, all right, as long as I don't get into down strong percent, I should be okay.
Yeah, I love it. Immediately just starting off using more of that's like these sort of scenario situations. And the mix-ups right there coming off to pay off dividends for them, and Trifoce taking that first stock pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, Concept of Death right now up a full stock and looking to get even more percent going. Once again, sets the Forsburn up into the air, gets as much damage as possible. It's so difficult to land into this code.
I love just sort of shifting to like a more this aerial focused playstyle with bees and just using arrows, by the way, because there's a big thing you notice: the Trifoce is always hitting those down tilts and force wrongs. Anytime that Concept of Death was on the ground, right? Trifoce is hitting these down tilts and force wrongs. We're seeing right here. It's just like such a good thing against them. So making them have to just sort of consider the aerial approach is definitely sort of paying off really well for them. Making them just like splitting their mental stack essentially. Caught the tech chase with that down strong, bro. And Concept of Death playing clean right now. Good adjustments, something all around.
Yeah, extremely good adjustments, and there it is, F tilt up air. Fortnite still reigns supreme in this game, it seems. But in the end, down tilt bear not going to take it. Wow, Absa extremely light, extremely floaty, but still gonna find more ways how to sneak past.
True. The parry coming out on that. Trifoce though, good amount behind. Concept of Death definitely coming out pretty well. These mix up and such. Up throw coming out right here. Another good combo starter. Gets him off the stage. See what's going on.
Yeah, but right now, looks for the down strong. Not going to be able to get much of it, but this is all about the extra credit. And Concept of Death is getting so much of it, but in the meantime, Trifoce, now that they are the one on that approach angle, it seems to be very difficult to see what you can actually do. Because if the Absa is approaching into you, you can just throw out the down strong, right? You can just throw out these moves, these big sweeping moves that can absolutely kill her very early. But if you have to approach the Absa, it's a much more cognizant neutral.
Is that one of those things where just I think it's Forsburn in general is a character that people often prefer to just be more defensive with rather than being proactive?
Yeah, but you know, proactiveness aside, that back air going to do just fine, and Fortnite to end it out.
It's so hard when you already get such like a big extra credit advantage like that. 100 plus on that next stock. Like Concept of Death rather would clean that up very efficiently, as we see in that game, going 1-1 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, right? I have missed Absa. I have missed Absa combos.
Yeah,
I've missed Absa
so cool.
combo names in particular. And one that, you know, has been said a few times on broadcast already. The Fortnite was something that in the first game is just forward tilt 1 into the up air. And the only reason it was called the Fortnite was because BioVerb decided, hey, this is so consistent. What if we call it Fortnite to try to get the Absa players to stop using it? It didn't work.
That's crazy lore. Yeah, I mean, I was like, is there just a battle royale in this game I'm missing or something, bro? Like, what's going on here? Like, that's cool.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The Absas just looked for even worse names that they could name things, but in the end, Ford Strong going to work out just fine for Trifoce. We're getting all the way through this one, but
that consistent theme we just seen. That first stock is always, in just general, really just means so much because you have this room for pressure, apply extra credit, stuff like that. We already see Trifoce a lot more comfortable playing with the lead than without it, so definitely a very good thing for him to play towards getting, right?
yeah, but right now, it's a matter of seeing what can Concept of Death do in response. Every single time that these players have their lead, it's so difficult for the other to steal it right back from them. I'm not even sure if this is a matter of the characters at this point. The players themselves are just so good at holding on to these ones.
Oh yeah, they do not let go of it at all for sure. Trifoce, 114%, but 95% on Concept of Death. A lot of extra credit to work with right here as we get the Fortnite right there coming out. Concept of Death once again, but again, another situation. How are you going to catch up?
How are you going to catch up? Nobody really knows, but I'm sure Trifoce has a few strongs in mind.
Bro, strong in right there. Oh god, bro. Yeah, I feel it, dude. You're not getting punished.
Swinging on that C stick.
It may as well. May as well. I feel you. And the nair, actually, the crouch cancel nair set came out right there too. As you were saying about earlier, the spike factor coming into play right there.
And now that down throw, sorry, looking for that tech chase. Up air actually onto the Absa. I was expecting a back air, but instead it's just gonna come in from Absa.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you need to clean the stock up soon, dude. I think that back air would be crucial because right now, I'm granted to get the down strong right here, but you definitely left room for Concept to catch up a bit. 98% already. A much easier stock to clean up than that last one.
Did Clone just crouch cancel?
I think it's weird.
I don't know. I'd have to watch that one right back, but in the end,
AI is evolving.
I don't know. Concept of Death, on the other hand, definitely needs to run this one back because this game is looking so difficult. Forward Strong almost taking it. And once again, we're in strong territory. It's just about the hit after hit, the down strongs, the up strongs. Each and every one of these capes could lead to a kill, but the back air still not going to do it.
Great DI coming out from Concept of Death, but they might embrace the Concept of Death sooner than later. We've seen down strong come out Trifoce, but down strong coming out from Concept of Death could be a good situation for them, but again, Absa just so light, dude. Any just straight back air or something, we'll just take it. These strongs that Triforce likes to throw out could just take it. Static on Forsburn. I don't think it's gonna be a factor right now quite yet. Oh wow.
Beautiful call out with that drift back to avoid that raw combust, but in the end, Triforce not going to be getting punished for it, still going to find a way how to end that stock with ease. Concept of Death now on the back foot, 2-1 in Triforce's favor, but now with the Absa's counter pick, I'm thinking Tempest immediately going to get taken off the table. I'm guessing Ho Dojo, but I don't quite know. All right. Said Jules Veil is going to be the stage of choice here. A little bit of percent to start it off, but Triforce firing right back.
How do you feel about this like stage pick for like both of these characters?
It's okay. Like, there's just nothing too crazy about it. It's a very neutral stage. I don't feel like either of these characters gets anything particular with that the other character doesn't.
Right.
And a big thing that Absa did get in the first game was because her up tilts were able to catch all of the low platforms, she was able to go to a stage like Tower of Heaven, which was our version of a triplat, and just always look for more and more ways to tech chase with the up airs, with the up tilts. Now this game, you don't have that ability. So instead, it's just a matter of putting your opponent into a very difficult neutral, and considering that Concept of Death is constantly looking for the up throws to make it difficult for Triforce to land, a stage like this with relatively low platform counts is going to be pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely a lot of open space, as you were saying. Just, I think both these characters are really good at just working off that as well. Yeah, Absa especially, dude. I feel like they just control this so well. You see the clouds coming out, forcing these actions to Triforce, getting more and more percent off that.
Yeah, more and more percent. F-tilt fair going to work out. If at first you don't succeed, kick again. Concept of Death going to take Triforce straight to that blast zone to start this off. But how long can you hold on to that stock?
Still alive? The DI from the Concept of Death, by the way, has been just consistently really good across the board. There's a lot of things I just think they're just die from. They're just like living to very high percents. It's really impressive.
Yeah, very impressive, but in the end, the floor hug on that back air going to immediately knock down, and that's a down strong if I've ever seen one. Triforce going to be just throwing out these aerials, looking for that one neutral opening. Doesn't want to use all that smoke charge just yet, because once again, it's all about the super clone.
Oh, wow. It's so cool just how they just play this win condition. A lot of pressure, scary pressure coming out from it. It's good. It's definitely interesting to see, right? A lot of people sort of like see super clone as not usually the best thing to do with the full stacks, but you definitely see Triforce make practice with it.
Yeah, definitely has been doing a lot as far as the neutral's concerned, though, which I think in this matchup makes a lot of sense, right? Both of these players just look for that one neutral win, and as long as you can get it, you can make everything happen with your imagination there. And right now, Triforce looking to make the Concept of Death more than just a concept.
Right. Love especially seeing these clone mix-ups coming out. A lot of them breaking Concept of Death's ankles a little bit. Meanwhile, the ankles from Absa breaking Trifoce right there. Down strong getting the kill off the side. Again, another last stock scenario. So we're going to be seeing so many of them.
This last stocks in era, we've seen this so many times. One big parry. All of a sudden, Triforce in the control, going to continue to hit after hit, able to play for those trades. And once again, Down strong comes on out. This is another combust opportunity. No, but Down strong.
Oh man, again, the concept of death cannot find punishes on these. Down strong will take it off the side poetically right there, getting 3-1 victory for Trifoce moving on.
3 Forsburns on screen, 3 stocks taken, and 3 games in Triforce's bank. Just like that, Triforce going to be moving on to winners finals. The Down strong doing so much work against the Absa. We were talking about how difficult it was for Forsburn to land against the Absa, but man, did Triforce make it difficult for the Concept of Death to land.
Definitely very much.